Nice. I think, let's see, are we live yet? We're waiting for the live. Bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum ba-da ba 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 ba-da ba ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum dub-dub-dub 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 boo. All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Keith. Minor letters, knowledge, information, and hopefully a bit of entertainment. You know how it goes. Let me actually make sure that we are okay. We are live. We are live and direct, as they say. We have 2 chapters left of the Kolbrin Bible, and I will be finishing them both. And we will begin now. Please, ladies and gentlemen, get yourself a glass of water, pour yourself a glass of wine, roll yourself up some oregano, because we are about to dive deep. I don't know what these last 2 or 3 chapters contain, but so far it's been a pretty interesting and pretty wild ride. So, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging. Thank you for supporting the channel. Patreon members, you the best. My channel members, you the best. Thank you guys for the support. And let's go. Chapter 26, from the Scroll of Senmut. The stone bearer measures the stone, and it is trimmed and pushed into place. It is fitted, and the overseer looks upon it and says, "This stone is well laid. It remains in its appointed place." Beside it, other stones are fitted and set, each according to its own shape and design. Each has its own place and position. Then upon it are placed other stones, and so it becomes concealed from the sight and the foundations of the structure. The building rises, firm and strong, to become the dwelling place of a prince. I am one of whom men say, "He establishes buildings which stand forever." I remember that stone deep below the ground in the base of the structure where no eye ever sees it. Men know it is there. It just remains in its place, fulfilling its appointed duty, a necessity for the upholding of the building. What difference whether that stone be set upon the pinnacle, shining in the sun, ever before the eyes of men, or hidden in the ground, unseen at the base? It does its duty by standing solidly in its rightful place and seeking not to change it. I, who establish great buildings which will stand forever, remember that stone. Welcome, newcomers. Well, we got 2 of you guys in there. Hi. It's early on a Sunday morning. We got cracking. We need to finish this book. We need we need to get that content out there. Freezing. I've got a sweater, a coat, sweatpants, socks, and my chanclas. Still freezing. But we power through, right? All right, chapter 27. The Songs of Nefertari. 1. I sing my song because the earth sings. Though the wind is hushed among the groves, it still plays with soft, melodic gaiety. The benevolent sky looks gently down, its breath stilled as it listens to the melody of the leaves. The dew smiles in the morning, for it has captured the light of love from the stars. My song is beautiful because my heart dances gladly in my bosom. Its joyfulness conveys gay music to my thoughts and places endearing words on my lips. Because I am dedicated to love, I have but one love, the beautiful container of my life. My heart is a lonely thing, ever seeking companionship with yours. It is lost to you. So let it beat in your breast, nestled against your heart, for there it surely belongs. My love is wholesome, not tainted by any residue of past affections. It is gentle and pure. Therefore treat it Therefore treat it with manly tenderness. Therefore treat it with manly tenderness, for it is a precious treasure. I give it gladly and can give no more. That which I give to you I can give to no other man. For you the lovely pearl, for others the empty shell. Let me live just for you. Let me serve as your housewife. Let me serve your child to my breast. Let my eyes be gladdened by your presence each night and in the morning. Let me bask continuously in the wonderful radiance of your presence. Never part me from the source of my joyfulness and gaiety, but let us go down the corridor of life together, your arm laid on my arm and my hand in your hand. My heart is desolation. It is like a wilted flower. You are away, my love, and my eyes search the road for your coming. The caress of sleep eludes me, for your image is ever there beside me, and I cannot find consolation with even the most comforting shadow. Come to me, my living love, that I may feel the warmth of your flesh and be at peace. It's nice because so far this text has been written in the male voice. I feel like most texts are written in the male voice. And this chapter is written by a woman in a holy scripture from over 2,000 years ago. Interesting. All right. While you are absent, I concern myself no more with things which give pleasure to a woman's heart. I neglect my hair arrangement, and my diadem hangs disregarded, my curls laid aside. For I await your coming to put them on and greet you in my gaiety. The song is silent on my lips, for my heart is without joy. While you were away, my heart slumbers, my bosom empty. Come quickly, my love, that my heart may awaken and beat gladly with the pulse of life. I await your coming as the dawn awaits the sun, as the parched lands await the rising waters. My eyes search the night skies and see the mating dance of the stars. The earth about me throbs with the pulse beat of love. The dark waters reflect the mystery of life, but I sit beside them desolate. Come to me, my love, for none but you can awaken my response. I stand alone on the shore of the sea of love. Come, come, that we may enter the enchanted waters together. Does the night long for the day as I long for you? Does the thirsty wayfarer long for water as I yearn for you? If so, then truly they are to be pitied. Come, my living love, and fill my days with the sunshine of your love. It seems the ages of man have never been loveless. Life is the bearer of the most wonderful gifts. You are a man, and my man, maker of my heart's butterfly, flutter when my breath becomes a necklace of sighs. In your strong arms I melt as the honey in the warm night waters. O man, my man, great one in the maidenly eyes, the light of my life, the sun of my days, and the moon of my nights, the rock against which I confidently nestle. For to feel your protecting strength is my everlasting delight. My body yearns for you as the parched fields cry out for the caress of the fertilizing waters. How delightful the gentle hour of love with you! Oh, that it might become an eternity wherein I might sleep with you as your wife, your lifelong companion in love. In this life always yours, to serve your pleasure and be ever in this life always yours, to serve your pleasure and be ever with you, to stand at last, my hand in your hand, together before the dream goddess in the halls of eternal joy. There, those who have loved wholesomely, such as we, find everlasting pleasures. I am yours, both here and there, escapable never, forever yours. Yours pure, untouched, and unsullied, I am with you first, sister in love. If at times my tongue speaks with unmaidenly boldness, then let this be forgiven of me, for I am pure of heart. The words pour forth from a heart overflowing with love, and not from a tongue dipped into the shame of impure experience. I come to you with maidenly pride, as a dew bedecked garden of herbs. fair, flowering, sweet smelling, and refreshing. Peace and contentment are mine to gladly give. Upon you I gladly bestow all that is precious to a maiden. You share me with no other. I honor love by bestowing what is exclusively yours. Your brow becomes hot with the body passion of man burning within, and I cool it with my womanly hand as the cooling north wind tempers the heat of the burning sands. The strength of an ox and the gentleness of a kitten are united in love. Welcome to viewers. We finally stumbled upon a female voice chapter in any ancient text, which is pretty interesting. You just stepped into the final chapters of the Kolbrin Bible, Book 3, the Book of Scrolls. And carry on. All right. We walk together in a land of beauty, a garden of loveliness fashioned thus by the dreams we share, hand in hand in the kingdom of men, heart and heart in the kingdom of spirit. When hearts are bound together in a love exceeding all bounds, then bodies may unite with purity and peace. We wander heedlessly about, and my heart sings with joy, for we are together. Your voice is the food of my heart, your touch the life of my body. I see you, and I am happy. You depart, and I am sad. Your glance pierces me like an arrow of fire. Your words carry me away like the surge of bitter waters over the beach. For the lover's hour we sit beneath the wild fig tree, beneath its fruits of lover's blood and its leaves of lover's eyes. Hear it whisper to our hearts, I am a maiden reserved to you in love. You are my lord, the commander of my heart. I dwell beneath your shadow and within your shadow. Never leave me unshielded. My nights are restless and hot. Shall I give my love the apple of his desire, the first fruits of womanly love? Am I the wild bird snare awaiting the wild goose? O my heart, how have women beyond number decided before me which answer is the true one? Oh, take me not in my weakness, lest you despise me after the manner of men, and bring low the head of my father. Have manly compassion on the weaknesses made by my love. Degrade me not before my mother, and let not the shadow of shame befall over my father's house. Let me ever keep faith with the mother guardian of love, that when I am called before her, I shall stand in unsullied radiance. Make me not a woman of the hedgerow. Let our love bear us up in glory, up in the revealing light where we may stand together proud and unashamed. Let ours be a love that fulfills its appointed function in the great chain of life. Something honored by men and inspiration to our children. Let it not become a flower of the field corner which withers in shame when the sunlight falls upon it. I wait. The day comes. Its hours are long and extended, but with its declining you hasten to me. My man and my life, sweet mistress of love, speed the fulfilling hour. Ooh, we're almost done with the Kolbrin Bible, y'all. Almost done. What's going on? Why won't you? If you guys are just tuning in, we are, where are we at? End this. Chapter 26. This is the third book in the Kolbrin Bible series. Started taking me so long to finish it. It was a long summer, but we're going to be slapping all the winter. You best believe we're about to be pumping out audiobooks for winter. So sit tight. If you're listening to this post live and you're new, join up, hit the notification bell. We go lives all the time. We do live readings. I do full production audiobooks, tarot readings. We do the whole thing. We chill. We have a good time. And we dive into the depths. So without further ado, let us enter into chapter 27. We have 27. I'm sorry, that's not 27. This is chapter 29. Did we skip something? Hold on. Oh, I think I... 26 was the scroll of Senmut. Ah, I forgot to break the chapters up. Balls. So 26 was the scroll of Senmut. 27, the songs of Nefertari. I think I blurred those together. Oh, man. 26. Scroll of Senmut. The stone bearer measures the stone, and it is trimmed and pushed into place. It is fitted, and the overseer looks upon it and says, "This stone is well laid. It remains in its appointed place." This is sort of a behind-the-scenes live. I'm actually recording the live audiobook now as we're on the live, just to not be so alone all the time. Welcome, newcomers. We got 2 of you guys in there. Hi. Let's see. It does its duty by standing solidly in its rightful place and seeking not to change it. I, who establish great buildings which will stand forever. Remember that stone. Okay, so this was chapter 27. Got it. Currently on chapter, 27, chapter 28. Was there, they skipped 20. Okay, so some of the, two was, oh well. Alright, let's go. Chapter 29. Check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Chapter 29. The Songs of Tantalip. Song 1. The night rolls back to reveal the promise of another day. The great sun comes up in the morning time, and the lotus opens to reveal its shining heart displayed in devotion. Well, that's awful sexual. You come and my heart leaps up from my breast to meet you. The wind blows and shakes the wild fig tree. You come and your delicate perfume enwraps my spirit, and my body is shaken. I become weak within the shadow of your presence. I feel a radiance about you which calls to something within me, and I am awed by the wonder of a love which can subdue all base feelings. I've seen you. In the cool dew time of the morning I passed on my way, and you were bathing in the freshening waters. I saw your pure loveliness, and all else faded and passed from me. The beauty of the morning was dimmed before the vision I had of you. Modest maiden of mine, clad in a white garment which clutched your supple limbs, I saw you, and my heart swelled up in joy. The breath was stopped within my throat. You looked up and smiled a chaste greeting, covering yourself in a garment expressing your maidenly modesty. Your delicate hand plucked a lily, and my heart left its cradle when you came up out of the waters and drew near. You embraced me with cool, glistening arms and open, wet lips. I savored the joys of the gods, with a greater promise of unutterable joys to come before I continued on my way. Would that I were the fishes in the pool, that I might be so near to you twice daily. Yet I am a man, and consumed in the fires of manhood in my need for you. Still you remain veiled in reserve, and I pray to the great God for the assurance that some day my sister in love will be truly mine. Her reserve and modesty, treasured as gifts to be surrendered in love, mean more to me than gold and pearls or the treasures of the kings. What is mine no king, no matter how great, can claim. It is love's mantle bestowed on manliness. The night comes, and I dream it is our wedding night, and you are beside me. My spirit rests on wings of joy. They sing, "Oh, let my love find its ultimate expression in the night of beauty." Your breath caresses me with the fragrance of heaven. Your lips dispense the heavenly wine of love. Our bodies meet in ecstasy and part, but our spirits remain mingled in the greater bond that knows no severance. Our united souls share together the destiny of eternity. I sleep at last in the gentle arms of contentment. O great readers of the souls of men, see the strength of my love. Is it not untainted with base feelings? Is it not wholesome and undemanding? Is it not protective of womanly secrets? Let it endure on earth, that it may blossom in glorious fullness throughout the great ages in everlasting splendor. May it shine forever in the unwalled halls of eternity. Grant me my heart's desire. We're almost there. We're almost there. All right, here we go. Man, that internet connection's looking crispy right now, ain't it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Chapter 30, The Songs of Tantalip 2. The Songs of Tantalip 2. I am one on whom the fates smile. My sister in love is the light of my life. She is the promise of love enduring, the brazier of a love undying, the hope of joy throughout eternity. The night becomes silent, for its fragrance is nothing to her sweetness. The brightness of the dawn fades before her loveliness, and the dove hangs its head before her virtue. She breathes gently and caresses with her glance. Her skin exudes a sweet perfume, and her hair is proud and confident, as becomes the guardian of secret mysteries of charm and delight. She is graceful. Her robes are not stiffened. They are not of royal or white linen, and caress her softly. Her sandals are daintily bedecked with beads, and her lovely curls are clasped in a circlet of blue and red stones. Her bosom is covered with the cloth of Ithaca and held by a clasp of silver. She flutters her fan with delicacy and grace. Her speech is gentle as the cool breeze. Her eyes sparkle as the moonlit waters, their deep pools enhanced with tinges of green and purple delicately applied. Now the neighbors are talking, and I'm not sure if the mic is picking it up. I don't think it is. Men say, damn. They don't say damn. Hold on, give me a sec. The neighbors need to chill real quick. Almost. I guess I can take this time to promote myself a little bit. If you guys would like to support the channel, you can on Patreon or become a channel member. My Patreon members also get fat discounts on my Etsy shop. So if you're into homemade beeswax candles or into magic trees and such, I sell trees and frankincense trees, specifically copal trees, uh, oregano, that kind of thing. Um, yeah, and thank you guys who have supported the channel. I appreciate the hell out of you. We were able to buy this fancy new mic from the Patreon money. Chaya! So thank you guys for helping. Thank you for being along for the ride. All right, I think the neighbors are quiet now. Let's go. Men say, "Who is she who walks with graceful steps in lively air? The blush of the blood rose. The blush of the blood rose is on her cheeks. The perfume of morning sweetness breathes from her and her parted lips. High-spirited, joy-tempered with innocence and modesty sparkles in her eyes. Her voice tinkles like sweetly rippling waters, and from the gay cheerfulness of her tender heart, she gladdens all nature with her gentle singing. I say, she is mine, my wife in waiting, and confidently know all her secret charms are for me alone. I shall be lifted in joy above all men or cast into the abyss of despair. I wonder about her in the manner of men and rebuke myself for my thoughts. Could such beauty ever betray love? I inhale the sweet breezes which once filled her mouth, and each day my thoughts recall her beauty. My heart longs for the sweetness of her lovely voice, fresh as the cool north wind. Her love strengthens my limbs, my heart rises from its place. Let me clasp once more the delicate hands that hold my heart. Let me feel her once again in warm embrace. Ah, the neighbors are up. I try to wake up early before everyone woke up. It's a Sunday and get in here, but they woke up earlier than usual. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, you guys don't hear the neighbors? Cillian, Ennis, thank you. Thank you for that feedback. Appreciate it. Okay. I hear her name whispered on the cool night wind, and never do I hear it without spirit responding. O my Lord God, O my Lord God, who led me in the conquest, who directed my right arm in battle and chastened my pride in victory, help me now in the time of peace. Help me when the turmoil is over. I am well skilled in the ways of war, but I am a ready victim for the snares and wiles of peaceful life. Give to me my heart's desire to be the mother of my children. Give to me my heart's desire to be the mother of my children and the companion of my life. I am burnt with passion and need the cool, quenching waters of true love. My body cries out in the night towards one so distant from me. You made me as men are made. You gave me the craving, now grant me relief. I am alone and one when I should be two. I am alone and one when I should be two. I speak and none answer. I eat and my food lacks flavor. I thirst and I await my other self. My right side desires union with my left. I wait and know that the waiting is not in vain. I await her coming. She is on her way, as she was from the beginning of time. She draws near and my spirit leaps from its seat and dances from the body to meet her. I see her. She is mine. Fashioned for me by the ages, her body's made for mine and mine for hers. We are betrothed for eternity. I will keep her always for myself. I will never let her go hungry or let her live to lament her fate. We will share 7 lives together, and in each I will seek her anew. Man is two, the life force and the life material. Love holds all things together, and no one can know the joys of love who shares the secret charms of his beloved with another. Love holds all things together, and no man can know the joys of love who shares the secret charms of his beloved with another. I feel like they're talking louder now. Oh, well. All right. I need to use the restroom real quick. Sorry, when I had to go stand in the sun to warm my body up for a second, it is still freezing out here. I thought there was only a couple chapters left. It seems. Hold on, let's see how much we got left. Uh, one page. Well, 1 page, 2 page, 3 page. We have 3 pages left. Oh, we just made a sale. We sold one of our frankincense trees on eBay. Hell yeah. Nice. Oh, happy days. So we have 1, 2, 3. We have three pages left, you guys. 3 pages. For those of you, we got 4 people in here. Hello, welcome. Take your shoes off. I am Keith, your man of letters, here to bring you knowledge, information, and hopefully, at the very least, a bit of entertainment. Thank you guys for chilling. We're finishing the Kolbrin Bible Book 3, the Book of Scrolls. And these last few chapters are like just super lovey-dovey out of nowhere without any context because there's chapters missing and stuff like that. So maybe they just wanted to end it with some sweet love ballads. Our previous chapter was a woman's love for a man, and now we were just at a man's love for a woman. When a man loves a woman, she can do no wrong. Turn his back on his best friend if he puts her down. He give up all his comforts, sleep out in the rain. Love and eyes will never see. I haven't heard that song in a long time. Anywho, we need to finish this. I'm super stoked. It's Oh, we've been recording this whole time? All right, hold on. Let me delete that. If at any point you guys can hear the neighbor's talking voice bleeding through the microphone, please let me know. I'm assuming it's not bleeding through, but I don't want to pause too much because we're on a live, but I'm also recording this into my software because this is going to be part of the actual finished production of the Kolbrin Bible when I put it all together. So I don't want to have to come back and re-record this. But yeah. Unless you're watching this post live, then just carry on enjoying yourself. Here we go. Chapter 31. The Marriage Song. Okay, hold on. Whoops. O devotee of a love that rises above the mire of matter and flowers in realms where romantic love is glorified. O daughter of love and sweet mistress of life, now is the hour of your fulfillment. Prepare to accept the scepter of womanhood as becomes a true maiden. Prepare to accept the burdens and pleasures of motherhood as becomes a true woman. Verily, you are a disciple of love. Earth knows no greater joy than that of contented, wedded love. Such love is a beacon light to all mankind. It guides the caravan of its journeying with a pure and sacred flame. Sweet, hallowed love has a temple in the heart of every chaste maiden and all men who worship the mystery enshrined within. O resolute priestess and guardian, you are now worthy of the white crown of love. Hold on, I'm going to let this mic pick up the ambient sound real quick and see if it's picking up the neighbors' voices. All right. Great has been your inspiration to man. Well have you fulfilled the duty of maidenhood. Now step forward to accept the joyful burden of womanhood, the crown that proclaims you a wife. Marriage is sanctified by ancient tradition, for it has survived the tests of time and turmoil. It has ever been the anchor of society and the shield of the family. I've been thinking this recently, how marriage throughout all cultures, throughout all everything, throughout time, throughout culture, throughout, darkness, throughout light, throughout everything, marriage has always been there. And I thought, how is that possible? So many traditions have come and gone, and so many cultures are spread throughout the world and never come into contact with each other, yet they all have the unity of marriage. What's up with that, right? So I think it's just interesting that it's like saying it's sanctified by ancient tradition, for it has survived the tests of time and turmoil. So, all right, Kolbrin Bible, are you hinting at something here? Loveliness. Loveliness belongs to all women, for it is the heritage of womanhood. Beauty of face and form is carried away by the passing years, but the beauty of heart and thought grows as the waters rise and fall. The glorious chance of modesty and purity can be possessed by any woman. Weave a mantle of contentment around your chosen mate, O gentle bearer of womanly charms. Remember that you are the mother of your generations yet unborn. Maidenhood, wifehood, and motherhood. These are the phases of a woman's life. Ooh, all right. Kolbrin tapping into that sort of pagan thing now. Maidenhood, motherhood. So we have you have the maiden, the mother, and the crone. All right, you guys keeping up? Nowhere but beside your own hearth. For what foolishness it would be for a man to expend it on another than his wife. That which a man gives to his wife is his also. A love truly shared is joy multiplied. He who sows beside his own hearth reaps a manifold harvest. Be not harsh with your wife, or impatient because of her weaknesses, for her ways are those of all women. Be gentle with her, remembering that the dart of love cannot penetrate a hard and inconsiderate heart. Love is a treasure unearthed by few. It is found by less than 1 in 1,000. Yet where it is, let it be held sacred. For it is the decree of a divine destiny uniting one to the other in ever-increasing glory and beauty, as they rise from life to life. It is not every part of the earth, is not every part of the earth paired with its mate. Even heaven and earth are mated, for does not earth cherish and nourish whatever heaven lets fall? When earth lacks heat, heaven bestows it bountifully upon her. And when she loses her freshness and withers, heaven restores her freshness with gentle, soothing waters. Heaven daily goes about the task of sustaining earth. She is never neglected. Therefore, take an example from the greater sphere of life. Sustain and cherish your wife, that she never be neglected. Who sows seeds of discontent before his hearth reaps a full harvest of misery. Thus it is written by the wise one in olden times. Even so it is now and will always be. All right, we're almost getting there, y'all. We're almost done with Kolbrin Bible, Book 3. Okay. Oh, we're on to a lament. All right, we're changing up the love, I guess, or maybe it's a lament of love. I don't know. We'll see. The Lament of Nefertari. They have placed my dear Lord in the engulfing tomb. They have laid him to rest in eternal secure silence. We depart. We journey home, but home is no more. It is rent apart in a place of dull shadows. Some with me are silent and solemn. Some are weeping. Some make show of weeping. Some suffer silently. Some talk idly. Some mask their sorrow with false mirth. Some say it is finished, and others say that he sails the sky. But I ask my soul, and it says this is not the end. It is not finished. This is the beginning, which all living things must know as they awaken to a new dawn. The years of earthly instruction are left behind. The last lesson is read. The pupil has departed to take up his appointed task. He has been bombed to life, and death has been left behind. There are no dead, just the departed living. Death alone occupies the silent tomb. Death is a pause at the beginning of life, a hesitation before the light of a greater day. Death is a deceiver, a non-existent thing of the shadows. From the creeping caterpillar comes the light-loving butterfly, and from the hard grain the full blooming barley. Who, looking at the date stone, can see therein the tree to be? Search the seed, and the plant is nowhere to be found. Even so is it with the Spirit. I trust in He who gave us life and love, but I suffer because of my loss. I am alone. Where is my Lord, the one I loved, the sharer in my cup of joyfulness? Where is the caressing hand, the touch that soothed, the voice that strengthened my heart in times of distress, the consoling counsel, the quiet laugh that dispelled God-given hurt? Though he has gone to glory, yet my heart shrinks, aching with solitary grief. I will keep him, that he wander not in the darkness, for he has been loved and cannot be alone. For he has been loved and cannot be alone for evermore. I will keep him, that he be not despaired and condemned to walk with himself, for he is a man who is loved beyond himself. He has stepped from his body as one steps from a mantle. He has left it as one leaves a discarded garment. His future is in my hands, and I shall live in such wise. His future is in my hands, and I shall live in such ways that none can deny our reunion. There is a subtle something, I know that ties us together still. May I be given strength never to break the loving link which comforts me through the long night and sorrowful days. Ba-ba-ba. Oh, whoops. Ba-ba-ba. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Bow. Bow. Okay. Chapter 33. The Scroll of Herakat. O great God of wisdom, help me in my transcription of these writings, that they may be a true record, for I am not learned in letters, as was Sofer. I am an unskilled, even as a scribe. Man is a battleground. He is torn apart in the struggle between his two selves. He dwells in the dark night of ignorance. From Ramakui of the 7 cities, land of copper, came the people of the lights, and they brought with them, out of their transparent temples, the light that shines when darkness falls without being lit. Right, copper. Breathe, Keyth. Here we go. Oh, you got this. Ease on grace. From Ramakui of the 7 cities, land of copper, came the people of light, and they brought with them out of their transparent temples the light that shines when darkness falls without being lit. Led by the old bald-headed one, he whose name is not spoken, they came out of the west at the sun setting. They came from the place where now goes the sun down, in the days when the western wilderness was green and the sand had not replaced the waters, when the outlands nourished cattle and sheep fed where now there is naught but rock and stone. The Turdinians welcomed them not, but they passed safely through the westward places to the land of Ansibia, and were succored and fed. They brought to the people many things, for wise they were and learned. They were men of wisdom. Truth is not for the multitude. Dirty hands despoil fine linen. The high-born have their estates, and the lowly ones have their appointed places. Truth is not sold in the marketplace, nor can riches alone obtain it. Few entered the great chambers to die. Few entered the great chambers to die and to live. The temples were fine shells, but the kernel was dead inside. Men lacked the foods of life. The true God was guarded and hidden by the false gods. He spoke in the hearts of the wise, but the people heard the voice in the stone. Their ears were closed to all but the voices of men. Small places there were in olden times for all gods. The pillars were not yet stood up. The stones were not yet in their places, and the house of hidden secrets was not yet in the land. Then temples were built in splendor, and priests were comforted in mansions. Great gardens and fields were the property of the gods of men. They had great herds of cattle in their pastures. Within the worship and ritual, amid the pomp and enshrining the little gods, shone the light of truth, which was the revelation of the true God. It was known to few, and fewer understood it. It was known to few, and fewer understood it. 7 years men being chosen, waiting, and were called. 7 years they served, and 7 years they ministered at the feet of their masters of instruction. They were passed into bleak caverns. They were passed into bleak caverns to die and know God, and called forth with the sure knowledge of truth. Thus men were made servants of the one true God. Thus they knew the truth which may not be written, for many read who are not with us in God. There were writings which speak truly, but they are no longer with us. The arisen ones know the secrets of the lesser gods, who are no more than these. The great scales weigh the soul by its appearance in the netherworld, and this its place is appointed. Its virtues form its food, but no man eats the filth that is his. He who devours souls is but the dark cave of horror, which opens to receive dark souls into infinitive darkness. The Rakima watches in silence. Patiently it sits, waiting for the day of the destroyer. It will come in 100 generations, as is written in the great vault. All men are not equal in heart and spirit. Is the southern man learned, or the Ambric man brave? The land of incense bestows all good things upon its inhabitants, yet they are not great. The land of bright waters raises nothing but trees and grass, yet its people are strong, and the lion does not equal them in courage. Above are the waters of heaven, and below are the waters of the dark region. Yet there are not two waters but one. There is the fire above and the fire below, yet there are not two fires but one. The Lady of Ladies is arrayed in a radiant garment. When it dims, the great trial begins. Her footsteps do not waver, her path is straight, but beware when she wavers and is inconsistent. Great mistress of the stars, let us abide in peace, for we fear the revelation of your horns. Remain ever constant as a good wife to the Lord of the day, when women are as men and inconsistent as women. The hour approaches when the great lady will wander. When man and woman meet as one in likeness, the fiery heralds will appear in the darkness of the sky vault. Man twirls the drill in his hand. He is the master of fire. But the day comes when fire will leap forth from the heart of the stone and consume him. Men read the great book of the master of the hidden temple. They die and take it with them, but there is no power in their words. And who but we, the enlightened ones, know the hidden meanings? It is not for those dead to the earth, who step forth in the netherworld, but for those who died and remain with us. Men make offerings for their fathers after the custom of their fathers. The motions are those of their fathers' fathers' fathers. The motions are those of their fathers' fathers' fathers, but their hearts remain locked. It is foolishness. In the first book it is written, words that do not produce deeds are a thistle down on the wind. They were they were better never uttered. The soul of man is a bird that knows of a place to which it must journey, but which has never seen but which it has never seen, yet it departs on the appointed day. Men have gods in heaven and gods on earth, but heaven is for gods and earth for men. Thus did we write our own doom. In the secrets of the soul it is written, the soul of man is not a small thing beside him, but wraps him about. It is greater than the boundaries of the lands of the reed and the lily, and reaches out beyond the stars. To live, man must believe in his soul. I lost my spot. To live, man must believe in his soul. Belief comes not from outside teaching, but from listening to its whispers. Unbelief comes from stopping the ears to its murmurs. Read the sacred writings diligently and hear the voice of the instructing masters with receptive heart, so you may furnish your soul with nourishment, and it shall not wither from any lack of sustenance. The seed of truth came to the black fertile land in olden times and was planted in well-watered soil. Pontus was not yet born. It grew in the light of the sun, for ignorant men would cut it down. In the dark places it flourished. Earth is a strange place, and stranger the creature who rules it. Earth is a strange place, and stranger the creature who rules it. Then came the dawn of a brighter day. The tree was goodly, and its leaves filled both the land of the white crown and the land of the red crown. In a day of darkness men came who exposed it, and the king said, "Cut it down, lest it choke us with wisdom. Cut it down, lest it choke us with wisdom." The tree died, but its seeds falling into the red soil lived, and from them saplings grew. They were sheltered under the strong arm of the east. Then came one who was lord of the sweet breeze, one who had sat beneath the tree of life, and he raised up a city to the veiled truth. Over the great road it was, by the way of Lados it lay. He revealed the light of truth darkly to the people. He revealed the light of truth darkly to the people. But they were people of the night, and even its dim flame consumed them. The child of good intentions may be fair or dark. The guardians of truth covered the bright flame, and even its glow was seen no more by the people. No unlearned man again saw the light. A treasure in the hands of a few is great to each. Shared among many, it has little value for one. Shared among many, it has little value for one. We had been told the ways of men from olden times, but we heeded not the warning. Now the truth is scattered to the four quarters of the earth. Thus it was foretold it should be. Therefore it is appointed. A tree scatters its seed by the thousands, yet but one may spring to life, and that may lay long in the soil. These writings have been rewritten with diligent care. They have been transcribed exactly as they are, and no thought or belief of mine has gone into them. May those to whom they come as a heritage be no less circumspect in dealing with them. Nice. All right. We have finished. We have finished book 3 of the Kolbrin Bible. And the next is the book of the Sons of Fire, the 4th book of the Bronze Book. Brotherhood, the laws of Amos, the tale of Hiram. Curious how this. Oh, yo. The next book's going to be really good, you guys. So if you follow the Emerald Tablets, what does Thoth say? He says he travels to the east, to the land of Kem, where they still live in caves to teach them their ways. This is the Bronze Book. Right? So it says chapter 1 of the next book starts off by saying, "We took refuge with the sons of Uteno, whose fathers had been in the land many generations, for they had come out of Egypt in the days of Pharaoh Naphohia. There on the borderland, we dwelt in the caves above Cathalim." So many generations prior in Egypt, where they dwelt in caves of Cathalim, very similar to Kemet, we were without books or possessions. So they were just cave dwellers, exactly how the Emerald Tablets describes it. But we were diligent and labored to make the land fruitful. We knew ourselves as the brothers of light. But others called us the children of light. Exactly what they have. Oh, man. Even as they are called to this day. Oh, man. Stoked. All right, well, the two of you in here who are hanging out, thanks for being here. We're going to end this video because we're done with the book. And we're about to get into some deep Emerald Tablet shit from another source. I love it. Stoked. So, thank you guys, and I'll see you soon. All right, thank you. If you get, for those of you who aren't listening live, leave a comment, like the video, subscribe if you're still around to this part of the video. Jesus, and if you still are to this part of the video around, and you enjoyed it this much, please consider joining the Patreon or shooting a little super chat or something. You can do that right next to the Man of Letters symbol below this video. There's something like where it allows you to leave a tip, like a tip jar or something like that. Thank you guys for doing that, or thank you for just being here and listening. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you soon. All right, take it easy.